having a good day. It's Ashley with Paint It Up, and we are going to paint this really cute little bonnet boy. I had a request for my little girl to have a partner in crime, so here he is. So we're going to work on him, and we're going to make him cute. But let's start with, let's do his feet. Kind of like this, like some of this paint may be dried out, but I'm trying to use it so I can trace it. So let's start with his hat, because we're going to do like a little straw hat on him. Brownish yellow straw hat. I have a feeling all this paint that's dried out, so we can trash that. Let's do a little bit of yellow in with that, and maybe just like a smidge of brown in with that yellow. Hope you're having a good day. Take a minute and sprinkle this video with your friends. Say hello to me. Whatever you want to do. Or if you just want to sit there and watch and not do nothing, that's fine too. I'll take that. But we're going to paint his hat yellow. And it's sort of, and we're going to do like some little patchwork patterns on him. But we want to add a little yellow hat for him. We're going to do some little overalls on him. We're going to make him cute. Okay. So I know it's kind of hard to see the yellow on this wood, but it's on there. And then, so we got that yellow on, and then let's work on doing a like shirt, maybe like, I kind of was thinking like a green shirt, like a sagey green color for his shirt. So we're gonna do overalls for him. So let's do green for his overalls, for his shirt. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of white in this too, probably. Maybe just a smidge. Okay. And then let's do his shirt with that. So I'm trying to keep him kind of neutral, but I want him to be, cute. So we're gonna do, I don't want him to have any bright, loud colors. So we're gonna keep him kind of simple. Put some blue jeans and a green shirt, brown shoes maybe. Probably do like a tan, like a cream color, just so we can add some little patchwork designs on everything. This is sort of a quick one. I don't have the patchwork designs on there because on my demo, I will add them in on the laser file and on blanks. So, but for now, I'm just kind of deciding what I want to put on there, if that makes sense. Then I'll go back and add it on the files. So if you have the files and want to cut one. Okay. Then let's do his overalls with, I've got this blue, but I'm kind of wondering it might be just a little too light, but let's see. No, I think I like that. That looks pretty good. So we will do that for his overalls. Little blue overalls, and just so you can kind of see what we're working toward. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh, little big old hat. His little big old, that don't even sound right, but whatever, you know what I meant. And I could use a bigger brush on this, but we're just gonna go with this one so I can kind of keep my lines somewhat straight and they don't get too crazy on me. Sometimes if I use a big brush, I just slap it on and I make a mess. So, trying to keep from doing that. Okay. But I think I like the blue and the sage and the like yellow together. It's kind of like a dusty yellow or goldy yellow. And I'm gonna paint his hand there. I might just do white, like a white color, to add a cute little like patchwork design on too. Okay. Cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. Hey Jennifer. Sorry, I can't see real good. I'm trying a new setup because, well, I just needed a new setup. I cleaned my studio up yesterday and I needed it to look nice and neat today. So, and like trying a different angle and all the things, but I got a mess going on behind me, but it's fine. It's clean, but it's just, it's organized and everything is put where it's supposed to be. We'll just say that for the time being. Okay, let's do like a tan color. I really wanted to use sort of like this color for his shoes, but I'm gonna have to mix some more up because that's all dried out. I use this paint and then it gets, I put it in these things and then I forget to use it when I'm painting and then I end up like it drying out on me. So, end up having to get more anyway. I think this will be pretty close to that same color. Maybe just needs to be a little darker. A little darker, and maybe, actually, I'm gonna add like a little bit of black to it because it's kind of got a, I don't like the undertones of it. So I'm gonna add a little black to it. That might have made it too gray, but we going with it. We're gonna go with it. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, because we're gonna add a cute little pattern on it. I don't want to do anything like too super girly, but I do want to give it like those little patchwork patterns that my little sunbonnet girl had. But somebody requested this one and was like, I need a boy, so here's the boy. Here is the boy. Okay, and then I'm going to use just plain white and do the hand. I mean, I could do like a cream color, but I'm just going to do white. And it will be okay. And if it bothers me after I get it done, I will change it. But I can't remember what I've done on my girl. And I can't look because she's on my phone. I don't have anything else up here with me to look at her. But we're going to go with white for him. He's got his gardening glove on, I think, maybe. So that is him with like all of his colors painted in, okay? So that's with all of his colors. Then I want to dry him because I want to add some like patterns to him, like for a patchwork quilt. Actually, I'm going to flip him around because his hat's dry right now. So I can go ahead and do a pattern on his hat. And you know what? I kind of like the idea of like having like either green or blue on his, like a little ribbon on his hat right here. But I can't decide, should I do green or blue? I kind of am leaning toward blue just because that's boyish. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to repeat the same pattern that's on his overalls, which I will probably keep pretty simple with maybe just like a polka dots or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna add that on his hat. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Cuteness. All right, so we got that. Then let's do, I'm kind of thinking like his, maybe just like some stripes, like some really thin stripes with maybe like this color here that is on his shoes. Let's see how that looks. I might be like totally messing this up, but I was thinking just like some really thin, trying to keep it sort of the same distance. And just give it like some cute little stripes. Trying to keep it spaced out the same. Yay, okay. So, let me hold that up so you can kind of see up close, like his little stripes on his hat. The glare on my light can be a little much. Okay, let's do polka dots, I think, on his, I might just use a paint pen. I have like a white paint pen over here somewhere. Let's see. That one has not been primed yet. Let's get one that is open. Oh, that one should be open. Let's see. It looks like it's new though. I think it's new. It is. We'll just need to prime it real quick. I'm afraid that other one might be too small though. Let's see. Let's look at the dots for this one. It's a smaller tip. We can try and see, and that might be all we need. We don't need nothing crazy, so that might work. Okay. All right, and then we need to do the blue on his hat with the same like polka dots. And I did the polka dots kind of small, like I didn't go anything like really crazy. But I'm just gonna add a few polka dots on his little brim here. And then for his, probably gonna leave his shoes plain and then just do his shirt with, I'm kind of leaning toward like yellow maybe, or just maybe like a really pale like green, like a different shade of green, like this mint color right here. And then doing, I don't really know what pattern I want to go with. Let me get a small brush though, because I don't want it to be really big. Because I don't want it to look really girly, but I'm kind of leaning toward like a little like 3-leaf pattern. So it kind of looks like 3 leaves just put together. And I'll show you like up close. If you can tell it and see it. But hey Regina, so there's kind of like the little pattern we're just gonna go with. Just really simple. And then let's just do that for the rest of our little guy's shirt. I had a lot of you like the girl, so when somebody said, can you do a boy? I'm like, yeah, because he's so cute. She's so cute, so she needs a boyfriend. She needs a boyfriend. I'd actually just add like a little bit of white to this, just to make it be just a little bit lighter. So it'll show up a little bit better, because we're going to go in and do those little patchwork lines on the seams, so that will help to. We do need to paint in his button, and I'm just going to use the same yellow that I used on his hat. I planted my hydrangeas yesterday. These are hydrangeas that were dead last year, like they were dying. So I brought them inside all winter, and they're like itty bitty. They're so tiny. I shared a picture of them. Thank you, Regina. I shared a picture of them on my stories this morning, because they are literally so tiny and they look just dwarfed in my flower bed, but I'm hoping that they will bloom. My husband puts a little Miracle Grow on them, but I wanted to get them planted in the ground so they can take some roots. So I'm hoping that they make it, because I need them to make it. Okay, I feel like the polka dots need to be a little bit bigger on these overalls. It just, I don't know. I feel like they look a little just lost. So I'm going to go in and make the dots just a little bit bigger. That's the good thing, is like when you're painting and you're like, that doesn't look the way that I had in my head or what I envisioned, then just redo it. Like, and that's why I started out with a smaller dot, because then I can always make them bigger and make it feel more like what I want it to look like. So me just going in and making my dots bigger is super easy. And it just makes the overall stand out a little bit more with the bigger dots than the smaller ones. So that's what we're going with. And I could have went with the darker, but I don't want it to be like, I want it to be like a really light color, because from what I can remember when I painted my girl, I can't remember, honestly. Like, I can barely remember yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I need to take like some ginseng or something. So it's the menopause, man. I'm telling you, it's the perimenopause. It'll get you every time. Okay, so there's that. And then I think that looks better. That just makes it stand out just a little bit more and show up just a little bit more, which is what I wanted anyway. So let's go in and do like some little stitching for the, and I'm gonna use black to outline it, but then I will go back and kind of add a little white over the top of it, if that makes sense. So let me get a white paint pen. I'm just using a Posca pen. This one, I really don't I don't really want to do it that heavy, so I might actually switch to like a just a marker. This is let's go with one that's not quite that thick. Let's see. Let's try this one. And so I'm just going to go in and sort of outline where my lines are etched. And do that outline. We'll do the outline first. And then we can come back and do the little patchwork designs. Okay, then his little overalls. Then we got his little hat. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to do, I'm going to let them dry, and then I'm going to come back and do like the, a little white over it maybe. I don't know that I want to do the patchwork along his arm, only because I feel like it'll be too much, like it'll be too many like little X's, and we don't want to go crazy with the X's, so I'm just gonna add the little X's along the top of his hat right here. I just feel like this is such a like simple design that doesn't, it isn't hard to do. So you end up with like all your little X's for his little patchwork design. And you can't, I could go in and do like X's around it, but I just think it'll be too much. Yeah, I really think it'll be way too crazy. So, but I am gonna go back around, like I'm gonna get a smaller black pen, and I'm gonna outline with a thinner thing like these leaf patterns here, just so they show up a little bit better. And I did this on my girl too. Just helps your pattern show up on your because I did paint green on green. Well, that is like, doesn't like me today. Let's switch to that. The paint's actually a little wet still, which isn't helping me any when I'm trying to do a paint pen. So if your paint's wet, don't be trying to put no paint pen over it. Don't do like Ashley. Okay. Oh, and I need to do the button too. I need to do that. So let's go around the edge of the button. And I mean, I could add like a little bit of black in there too. I kind of like the idea of putting just a little bit of either black or white in the hat. I think I'm going to go with white on just one side of these little stripes here. And the point of that is just to brighten it up. Just so it shows up a little bit better. Because honestly, like, when you're looking at it from a distance, sometimes it can go away. The further you get back, if you don't have those lines, it can get a little lost. But look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. He's adorable. He's so cute. I can't even handle him. Okay. So then I'll cut some twine and tie some twine up for him, and look how cute. Oh my goodness, I love him. Okay, so I'm gonna put some twine on him and then I'll share him, but that was just a quick little painting. I wanted to hop on live and paint him so that y'all could see him because he's so cute. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me and watching me paint today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.